3,000 miles from home.
We're taking a slight diversion, which is in fact a shortcut. It has some risks associated with that though. Okay, that's the ship I was worried about. Just as we hit a squall. Oh, there's a wrap.
Cause this way is my home.
We are leaving Puteri Marina about 3 days after the scheduled departure, mainly because of our little issue with the outboard engine, but we finally got there. It took 2 visits to Singapore to get the right part.
Well, that was a palaver.
You know,
Trying to get into Singapore, we had to fill in a form we weren't aware of, which took forever.
I know, they had all sorts of letters on there like, do you have weapons, yes or no? And then I clicked yes, and then cavity search 1, and then cavity search 2.
Our primary reason for being in Singapore wasn't to visit any chandleries, it was to welcome home Declan, flying in from Australia. We were all happy to see him, but maybe Ivan was happiest.
And the boys are very excited too!
Yeah.
They've just come back.
Flying my jet.
Flying your jet?
No biggie. Yeah, just not private jet. Flying private jet.
Yeah,
Private jet exclusive, private jet for us.
Just flying your private jet around the park.
Yeah, just flying.
Yeah,
You know,
private jet.
Occasional Fridays.
Yeah. Private jet. I don't know if you guys understand because we got private jet, but yeah.
Private.
Yeah.
When the Malacca Straits weaves underneath Singapore, because the gap between Singapore and the Indonesian Islands south of Singapore is quite narrow, behaves like a bottleneck, and all the container ships get squeezed together, and there's no room for anybody else. And a lot of people find that quite intimidating. I'm actually looking forward to it. I think maybe I'm crazy, I don't know, but I think it'll be exciting. So we are in the shipping lane and it's pouring down. So visibility ain't great.
You can't actually see it because it's all, the rain is fogged out. You know, a lot of misty, rainy. I don't know, we just have to keep a really close watch.
And we're actually in the wrong lane, aren't we?
Kind of. But no, it's where they recommend we be, but yeah.
Yeah. So they separate the ships like they do on a motorway. They recommend for cruising boats and sailing boats, hug the northern part of the separation zone. So we're actually going towards the oncoming boats, but just on the outside of the shipping lane. You're not supposed to stray into Singapore waters. There are police boats out here to tow you off if you do, but it's the safest place for us. The Straits of Malacca and Singapore are a 1,000 kilometre channel of water located between the Malay Peninsula and Singapore to the north, and Sumatra and the Indonesian Islands to the south. Almost half of all global seaborne trade and roughly 1/3 of the world's crude oil passes through this route, making it one of the most important shipping lanes in the world. At its narrowest, Phillip Channel, it tapers to only 600 metres wide. Despite this, more than 300 ships, including the very large crude carriers measuring more than 350 metres long and 60 metres wide, pass through these straits every day. Unfortunately, this area is vulnerable to piracy. Step aside, Somalia, because in 2021, Singapore Strait became the most pirated stretch of water in the world, with 31 attacks on merchant ships.
So that boat there, Jaham, is 333 metres long. 333 metres long! Far out, that's incredible, isn't it? 60 metres wide, I just looked up on the AIS.
Are you in your second trimester already?
I am. Oh, that's bloody, I gotta lie down. We're taking a slight diversion, which is in fact a shortcut. My dad loved shortcuts. We used to go on hot summer holidays, gravel roads that seemed longer than the shortcut, than the normal road. But this is going to be a shortcut, and it has some risks associated with that though, and in the case of my father was to get lost, but we're not going to get lost, we've got maps. The problem being we may get waylaid by the Singapore police boats. We've passed a couple already back there. They left us alone, they didn't seem to think it's a problem, but we're still back in the shipping lane. Then we've just turned off to port, we're aiming through these a group of islands that will take off a bit of time. The risk is if the police get grumpy with us and they come up and stop us, we could lose a lot of time. Or they could make us reverse and go back and go out to the shipping lane, which would be a real bummer. But anyway, a friend of mine gave us a track. He did it about a month ago without any problems. So let's hope the problems do not arise.
How many hours will we save going this way?
Oh, I reckon probably half an hour.
As much as that?
As much as that. No, probably I reckon we'll save about 3 miles, which is about half an hour.
Right, well that doesn't seem so worth it now, and we could have been
I think it could be a bit more than that. It could be about 5 miles or so close to an hour.
Maybe an hour. Yeah, because we're kind of racing, not racing. An Outremer that left at the same time as us, they're so much faster than us, but we've taken the shortcut. So we'll see when we get to the anchorage who gets there first.
Final this morning, walking the bus stop to head down to the lake. Got to sweat out about 800 grams this morning, which will be fun. Dressed up. Yeah, was hoping to, well, I wanted to make the semi, but just didn't come my way yesterday, unfortunately, but you know, it's all learning. This is my first ever international regatta representing New Zealand, so I mean it's a good experience. So yeah, get him next time, but see what we can do in the sea final shoot. That's my bus. There'll be another one though.
On to single sculls now. This is the lightweight men's single sculls sea final. In lane 1, Kasper Hervolampi of Finland. In lane 2, Hugh Moore for Ireland. In lane 3, Murray Bale-Smith of South Africa. In lane 4, Marlon Colpert of Belgium. In lane 5, Finlay Hamill of New Zealand. And in lane number 6, Amal Younis of Palestine.
It is South Africa up at the top of the field, though, leading the best of them. It's Murray Bale-Smith. As I say that, New Zealand has taken a push. Hamill from New Zealand takes it up to 36 strokes per minute. It's now earned him the lead, and by quite a margin. The 21-year-old, I think, making his international debut, Tim.
Yeah, and it's Hamill from New Zealand. He's moved up, he's opened up even more of a lead. I think second position now is Marlon Colpart from Belgium. But impressive stuff there from the Kiwi. He extended his lead. It's a full 2.5 seconds over Belgium, and he's moving away even further. But big push there now coming from Colpart from Belgium, trying to claw back some of the deficit to the sculler from New Zealand.
Yeah, he's just too good, Finn Hamill, isn't he? The Concept 2 mechanic who is out in the lead of this race, representing Waikato Rowing Club back home in New Zealand, and has managed to establish quite some water here over the rest of this field. Well, I think I spoke too soon, because look at this finish here between these two single scullers. Has Hamill done enough? I think he has by just maybe, 10 centimetres. An immense sprint from Marlon Colpert of Belgium, but not quite enough to row down the New Zealander Finn Hamill.
So here's a tricky situation now. We have 3 ships coming towards us. We're definitely in front of the one to our left, and the one to our right is going to be going in front of us, but it's the one. He's turned, Rob!
Yeah, he has turned. But also, Rach's got this one right in front of us.
Oh, and that as well.
That's why he's turning.
Oh, it's not us then. He's not going to get out. You're going to have to turn too.
Yeah.
He's going too slow.
That ship over there will be going past us, that's fine. That's gone past us that way. That one further back is going to go up behind that big ship that's right there. So we're just going to have to monitor him very closely once we get behind this guy.
Despite their size, container ships rip along at twice the speed we travel, but lack the manoeuvrability we have. We were keeping a close eye on the AIS, which showed hundreds of ships in our vicinity, and of course we were visually sighting the traffic around us. In front we had a large tanker without power being towed across our path, and behind us 2 fast approaching ships, all of us wanting to pass below the slow moving tanker. With insufficient room for us all to pass safely, we jibed to let the 2 ships pass without danger. Just then the weather decided to up the stakes.
We should have gone in front of that barge actually, this one. It would have been better call actually. Now
Well,
get
you
ready.
can go very close to the back of him where they can't.
Lock that off and take up the slack on this one. Big lightning bolt. Wow.
Shit! That's very close.
Oh, Dad, there's also another guy.
There's too much wind there too. I don't want to drive 15 knots.
No.
Can you just release the Genoa, mate? No, don't. She's going to no, don't release it. Going to do a granny tack now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the ship I was worried about. Oh, way. Just as we hit a squall, like it's 22 knots, far out. Okay, we're going to tack. Rach?
Yeah.
Rach?
Yes.
That cup needs to be locked down. Up there you have to go with the mast. It's going to break off.
Ah. Oh.
Woo! Okay, tacking!
That's fine. Oh shit, there's a rip!
Oh yeah, beside the repair.
Loosen it up!
Yeah, but you need to bring that in.
Sure. But just this one thing at a time.
With the immediate danger past, Declan pulled in the ripped Genoa just as the heavens opened once more, reducing visibility significantly. Ships became ghosts in the mist until... Shit! Whoa! Oh, wow, that was close. Woo! Bring me my brown pants!
Shit.
That was bloody close.
That was close, alright.
Declan? I actually thought we were going to get hit.
Yeah, I know.
That was very, very, very way too close. And I actually thought we were going to get hit there. How quickly fortunes can change. This ship's presence, caught on camera just as we knew we were going to pass safely, had taken us by surprise. He had emerged from the whiteout, moving at 10 knots. Rob threw our engines into full speed as both the ship and Javelot turned to starboard, resulting in us narrowly avoiding being T-boned by the tanker. Whether his AIS was on or not, we don't know. He hadn't shown up on our screen. Too close for comfort.
This is a very bad place to have poor visibility in, because these boats move surprisingly fast. They actually go really fast, and when you can only see like 300 meters around you, that's not great. They're not very agile or maneuverable either, and we're not very fast. So they're fast and they just go straight, and we're kind of slow, but we can turn. So we have to move around them. See, look at that, and then the rain has just eased off a tiny bit, and we can see another.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can see that boat before.
Yeah.
Ivan, you managed to miss the action there.
No, I was sitting here.
Oh, were you?
Did you not notice?
I didn't notice. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
The rain was pouring. We were all getting soaked. Ivan's in a jumper.
I wasn't when you guys were outside. I just came up.
How do you feel about it all? So we're now in the correct lane. We've crossed the shipping lanes, and we're in the separation zone. So we're with all the ships going this way, and all the other ships are coming that way. On the other side, Rob did a great job in the poor visibility. Visibility's good now because it stopped raining, and I've got to say that was slightly terrifying at times. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know, but I think it'll be exciting. It wouldn't have been quite so bad if we hadn't had those squalls come through, because the rain was, you just couldn't see anything. You couldn't see boats coming. We saved ourselves all of half an hour, and we can see the Outremer out ahead. We didn't catch them, but we may be closer to them than we would have been. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally. We are definitely closer to them than we would have been.
Oh, what you got there, Declan? That's mine.
I hope you bought enough for everybody.
It's okay, they're Ivan, she doesn't mind.
Are they actually mine?
Are those jammy things?
Yeah.
Or are they chocolatey things?
Jam.
Biscuity jam.
Yeah.
They're nice.
They're really nice.
I'm sure they are.
Try one.
Yeah, smell it.
They smell, actually they smell a bit like shortbread.
You gotta try them, they're really good.
Yeah.
If we bought them, then they must be good.
Yeah, they must be cheap.
No, they're not, actually.
Oh, wait, let me see. This was
They'll be full of emulsifiers.
$4.90.
Yeah, I bet you there's emulsifiers and additives and yuck.
This is what these things do.
Puny little man on a boat. Tiny man, big world. Little man, big world.
Just think if you hadn't...
Oh, that's a lot of plastic.
Where? Oh, wow.
Just went through a current line. Current line. Okay, so the boys are dropping the Genoa. We've got a rip in it and we've got to drop it so we can fix it.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go, dropping the sail.
I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Just pulling it
Work it
down.
out as you go along. I
You
like
might...
that.
Yeah.
Use your intelligence.
He doesn't have any of that.
There's quite a substantial rip.
Let's have a look.
That's a big rip.
Stop. Did you hear me say stop?
Oh, right, we're at the scratch. We're at
Scratch.
it. Done.
Yeah.
We didn't even put it down any further than that.
Yeah, have we got the heavy grade tape? I can't remember. If that's
We do
heavy grade.
have some, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure where it is. Shall I go and have a look? Did you look for it, did you? Anything to add, Ivan?
My bum hurts.